Yes, sir. We have Adams in sight.
Skyhawk 904 Foxtrot, enter left base, runway 18, contact the tower 118.7, good day.
Alright, enter left base, runway 18, tower 18.7. Have a good day, 904 Foxtrot.
Yeah!
Adams Tower, good morning. Skyhawk 519 for Foxtrot's on a 12-mile left base, runway 18.
194 Foxtrot, Adams Tower, runway 18, cleared land.
Alright, clear to land, runway 18, 904 Foxtrot.
Hello YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of Non-rev Stories, flight stories from a non-rev. On this episode of Non-rev Stories, we head to Tulsa, Oklahoma to see a friend of mine who happens to be a captain at a US-based regional airline. Before we get into this video, let's talk social media. Green Brothers Flying is on every main social media platform. We're on Instagram at Green Brothers Flying, on Facebook as Green Brothers Flying, and on Discord. All links will be in the description below. Now, let's get into the video. On August 16th, I decided to fly out to Tulsa, Oklahoma to see a friend of mine and to hang out and talk airplanes. The day started with a bright and early wake-up call of 5 a.m. local time. I got up, got dressed, and before you know it, I was on my way to the airport. 40 minutes later, I arrived at the airport and parked my car in the employee parking lot. It was a short walk to the terminal building. I walked in and went to the security line. The line was long, at 5:45, but most of the morning flights leave anywhere from 5 a.m. to 7 a.m., so I understood why it was long. 20 minutes later, I was through security and went to gate 1 where my aircraft was waiting for me. The aircraft of choice was an Embraer E-175 aircraft. I checked in with the gate agent who had already printed my boarding pass, so I got my boarding pass and just hung out for about 30 minutes until boarding started. Boarding was quick, and at 6:45 a.m. local time, we took off bound for Dallas. It was a quick 45-minute flight into the Dallas area, and we landed on runway 17 left. After landing, we had the longest taxi to the gate as we landed on the east side of the airport and our gate was on the west side. Once we got to the gate, I hustled off the plane and went to gate C as in Charlie 21 where my flight to Tulsa was waiting. My plane for the leg up to Tulsa was an MD-83 aircraft, which are now retired from American's fleets. This would also happen to be my last time ever on a Mad Dog for American Airlines. The flight was super short at an altitude of 25,000 feet, or flight level 250. After a very short flight, we made our descent into Tulsa and landed on runway 18 right. Upon landing, we taxied to gate Alpha 9, A9, and deplaned. The time was around 9:45 local time, so I messaged my buddy and told him I was at the airport. He said he would be there around 11:30. Which did not bug me because I had time to charge my phone for a long day of fun activities ahead. At 11:30 a.m., my buddy came and got me from the airport, and we headed out to eat in downtown Tulsa. We decided on this local burger joint downtown next to Tulsa Drillers Baseball Stadium. It was super good. About an hour and a half later, we went to the local General Aviation Airport, Richard L. Jones Airport, to watch airplanes do their thing. After a few hours at the airport, we did some other small things and then headed back to the Tulsa airport around 4:30 p.m. so I could catch my 6:15 flight to Dallas. Once at the airport, I breezed through security and arrived at my gate, Alpha 9, A9. Once I got to my gate, I realized my flight was delayed, but that was okay since I would still make my connection home to Little Rock. Once I got to Dallas, however, I realized that there was absolutely no way I would make my original flight to Little Rock since it was already full. That was okay, as the next Little Rock flight had plenty of seats on it, and I did eventually get on. Not only did I get on, but I got a wonderful first-class seat for the short 45-minute flight home. After 45 minutes, we landed back at Little Rock, and before you know it, I was on my way home. If you like hearing about my non-rev experience, please consider liking this video, leaving a comment, and of course subscribing to the channel. Your subscription to the channel is the biggest thank you I can get to making more of these videos. Until the next video, blue skies and a tailwind.